May or may not be a Japanese thing. I don't really know. Like I said, my actions are my actions, my decisions are my decisions, and that was it. Um, Good for better or worse, those were my decisions. Like I said, covering up the past, trying to place blame on anyone, like it didn't really matter who was at fault or who did what or who did whatever. I mean, like I said, you can place blame anywhere you want. I believed I was at war, and I'm the one who named America and invented the American government. It was I had to protect my people. I had to protect my country. I had aircraft carriers and bombers, and I used them. I say, but hiding or denying my actions or denying my part in it would be dishonorable, as they say. And also trying to cover up or trying to blame someone who wasn't at fault is again dishonorable and dishonest. And I would not do that, nor letting someone take the blame for my decisions or my actions. I said it was my responsibility to make the choices, and like I say, they were supposed to talk to the they're supposed to talk to the Japanese or Chinese people to get them to surrender first before they drop the bomb. I did not want, and in fact, they were even supposed to warn them beforehand. It was not supposed to be a surprise attack. It shouldn't have been a surprise attack. You know, if they wished to evacuate the city beforehand, then that was their choice, and I would be fine with that. Most people say, why? Well, because you destroy the infrastructure, you destroy the city. You leave them homeless. That's good enough. You don't need to kill them. Anyway, my decisions are my decisions. I don't try and kill living things. I simply eliminate their possibility for making more war or whatever, or doing whatever they were doing that was wrong. I forget exactly what. I don't really know. So I don't remember. I used to remember, but I don't anymore. But still, as American president, or the one who named America, it was my decision. That was one of my decisions. To bomb the cities. I said the Japanese and Chinese actually, I don't know what they thought of me. Anyway, like I say, there were cheers and my people were cheering their surrender and all that stuff, and I was mad. I was angry at my people. I was angry at them for being happy for such loss of life. They're like, "Don't you know the war's over? Yay!" And I was like, "Shut the fuck up." It was not a good day. They're supposed to surrender. So anyway. It's something I have to live with for my whole existence. So, like I say, I will not hide behind presidents. I will not hide behind other leaders. I will not cower and say I didn't do it, or lie, or dishonor myself, or my life forms, or anyone else, or my scientists. They tried to hold the scientists accountable for creating the bomb in the first place, and it's like, it's not their fault. They're doing it for me, and technically it was for construction. It was for breaking rocks and mining. It wasn't even for war, but I had them. There was a lot more other bombing and carpet bombing for which I had no part in. The other bombing, like the bombing of Russia, the bombing of China, and other bombing things, I had no part in. But Hiroshima and Nagasaki were two cities I did have a part in. So the bombing of Spain, when after the Spanish had been evacuated, yes, I probably did have a part in that. The defending of what's called of Germany, I may have had a part in as well. There are certain things I played a role in. You know, like I said, I would defend my people, including the Chinese and the Japanese and anyone now. And I said after they surrendered, they surrendered. That was it. They pledged their allegiance and their undying love or undying whatever support. I did not need to whip them. I did not need to make them suffer. I did not need to starve them out. And I did not want to starve them out. I was very sorry for what had happened. And I still am. Other warriors, other warlords, or other leaders would probably have gone in there and just killed off the people that were still left alive, or just starve them out. I am not like that. I would not do something like that. The war was over. Treaties were signed. Whatever, they surrendered. So therefore, they were now my problem, my people. I know some of them might have seeked vengeance, or might seek vengeance, or might hate me for what they did, and they have every right. But I did not cover it up. I did not classify it. I did not consider it national security. If anything, I wanted pictures and photographs and documented reports of everything. And for it to be remembered as a consequence of war or mistakes or whatever. And trying to prevent it from ever happening again. I said I had nuclear missiles a very, very long time. I had nuclear bombs a very long time. I always have. I've always been fairly powerful. But abuse of power and throwing your weight around for no reason is just plain stupid. And, less. I demanded an end to the war. I demanded an end to the fighting. And I rationalized if 2 cities meant the end of the war, then that meant the end of the war. And millions or trillions would live. So, I made a hard call, as they say. Only I could make that call, being Lucifer Star. Me. My American name is Brian Bradley. Like I said, they sentenced me to death. They charged me for war crimes. For defending my country. I don't really know. It doesn't really matter. But like I say, the reason why you know about it, I guess you could say I was the one who provided the most amount of damning evidence against my own at my own trial. I wouldn't let my people lie for me. I wouldn't let them not tell the truth. It was my ultimate call. Many people said, we're not going to let you take the blame for this. This wasn't your fault. And maybe it wasn't. Like I said, that's for the scholars and for people to realize or rationalize later on and millions or trillions of years after. But at the time, it was. I had the aircraft carriers, I had the bombers, and I had the weapons. And I needed an end to the war. An end to the fighting. An end to the chaos. So I made a decision. And it's something I had to live with. And I said, well, my senior staff and other staff members may have been celebrating and partying. and happy I was not. I did not consider myself an honorable warrior or a great man that day, no matter my size. I told my staff to relay my feelings and my message to the people, and also ordered evacuations and aid to be taken in. People said, but they're the enemy. I said, I don't care. They're not the enemy anymore. They surrendered. It's over. If they try and shoot you, shoot them. But if they're surrendered, take them and treat them.